Full time at the Emirates, it's Arsenal 5, Manchester City 1. That was by far the best experience I've had so far, but I'm speechless, to be honest. A couple of years ago, they came here and thoroughly beat us comfortably. 3-1, I think it was. I think Haaland scored a couple. And that was when we were in our pomp. We were trying to win the league at that point. I think that was a similar time of year. I think it was February 2023, maybe. And that really knocked us off our perch between that period of time and the end of the season. And I honestly think that we've come so far since that. I mean, we went and lost to them straight in the end of that same season. And I think it was 4-1. We lost the league, basically in Manchester. Last season we won. We beat them here 1-0 deservedly, but again that game could have gone either way. Drew 0-0 there in what most people thought was a board draw, and then probably should have beat them at the Etihad at the start of this season. But all that aside, this was a domination, a battering, an absolute killing of Pep Guardiola's Manchester City team. And I think everyone is quite aware of the fact that they are not the side they were. They look like they've got some really old legs in there. They're not comfortable in possession like they used to be, playing out from the back. And that was more than evidence today on 4 or 5 occasions. I think Havertz, not to pick on him, but he should have scored that chance in the first half. And that was something which we didn't let our heads drop at that point. We kept pushing, kept pressing, and to have 2 higher end graduates come off. Well, Miles Lewis-Skelly started the game, but to have one come off the bench and score like that in Nwaneri right at the end. But just a word for Miles Lewis-Skelly, I thought this was. I mean, he gets better every week, but this was by far his best performance for Arsenal at this level. He was majestic, amazing possession, controlled, brilliant in the build-up, defended valiantly for his life, works hard, looks confident in every facet of his game, and that's not something you can say lightly about a player who's played less than 10 professional games in the Premier League for one of the biggest clubs in England. That's not something that you can take lightly. So, given that, I think he might be one of the best players in this team on form currently. He just looks so comfortable in everything he does, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think he's our first choice left back now. This is not news to most people, but in this current situation and current facet of this team, this is his role now. This is his shirt. And Calafiori came on later. I think when he signed in the summer, he'd have been thinking, "Great, I've got an opportunity to really tie down this role." But Lewis Skelly can't be displaced. He's comfortably a better player than Calafiori at the moment, anyway. And I think he could have been so different had that red card not been rescinded. Obviously, it rightly was at Wolves last week, but had it not, he wouldn't have started this game. He wouldn't have been available, and that might have knocked him off his perch. As it is, he did, and he scored an unbelievable goal. I mean, to do that against Manchester City, confidence, the way he took the ball on the turn and broke into the City box beyond 2 defenders. I mean, that's not something you see from an 18-year-old very often at this level. It was incredible. So, look, I mean, obviously, brilliant for Havertz as well to score the way he did. It's one of those games where I think it's a speechless encounter. I don't think you can really put it into words, to be honest. But I'm just so pleased for all of them. I think they deserved a big win. They haven't really had a big win so far this season, and to do it against City, I mean, they beat us 12 times in a row in the league, and look where we are now. I'll leave it there, but I'm over the moon. I've got to try and stay professional in the press box, obviously, but I'll tell you what, it was a real challenge today, and I think a lot of people around me could have probably said the same thing. So I'm going to go and speak to Arteta now, but let's really build on this. Let's carry this throughout the season. It might not be enough. Look, obviously, it's deadline day tomorrow. Hopefully something will happen. I don't want the club to lose sight of that. We do need backup. We do need help. They shouldn't lose sight of it, even in spite of this result. But yeah, it was. As you can tell, I'm speechless. So I'm gonna leave it there. But be back here for West Ham in a couple of weeks. Up the Arsenal.